Hey guys, today we're going to review Victoria and Abdul, a movie by Stephen Frears, the same director from The Queen with Helen Mirren from some years ago. Victoria and Abdul is kind of a sequel to another movie with Judi Dench playing Queen Victoria, and that's Mrs. Brown from 1998. That movie portrayed another relationship that Victoria had with another servant called Mr. Brown, and that was why the movie was called Mrs. Brown. That movie won several awards. I think it won the Costume Design Award from the Oscars. I think Judi Dench was nominated for her role. I mean, it was a very big thing. And now she returns to this role when Victoria is about to be 81 years old, and she's an older woman. She has ruled Britain and the British Empire for quite a while, and now she's tired and she's bored and she's sad because her family just wants her out of the way, basically. And then comes a servant, a man called Abdul from India, who was sent from there in order to present her with a coin, and she just hits it off with him. I mean, basically she starts building a relationship with this young man, and it's very interesting for her because he teaches her a world of things that she didn't really know that existed, basically. The man, Abdul, is portrayed by Ali Fazal, who is 31 years old. I mean, he's really young. He's a little bit older than me, and it's quite amazing because I think Abdul at that time was a little bit older. Actually, at the beginning of the movie, there's like a disclaimer saying based on true events mostly, which is kind of great because everyone is firing normally true life movies, let's say, and say, oh, that didn't happen like that, or that wasn't like this, or you always nitpick those kind of movies. And this time they were like, okay, some things are going to be only made for this movie. They didn't really happen like that, but things happened a little bit like that. I mean, it's not like a big departure from reality, and one of the big scenes that didn't really happen, but it kind of happened, is one of the final scenes with Victoria dying. I mean, that's not a spoiler at all because Victoria died at 81 years old. This is her last days, basically, and it's very interesting because she was after, I mean, I think Queen Elizabeth II has reigned more by now, but at the time she was the longest ruling queen or king ever in the world, so that was a big feat for her, and that was amazing. So it's one of those things about people and how it affected them. And she was Empress of India, but she didn't really know a lot of things from India, so this movie had like comedy things to it, funny things like she asks for a mango and they don't really know what a mango is, but then they bring her a mango and it's like rotten, so it's really funny. Or there are so many little things in these kinds of period dramas. You don't really expect much from them anymore. There used to be these amazing movies that won tons of awards, but that doesn't really happen anymore because we have so many period dramas now, especially from World War II, like Darkest Hour or Dunkirk, that this movie, I mean, in another year or in the 90s, if these were the 90s, Victoria and Abdul for sure would have been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture, for Best Director, for Best Actress. Actually, I think this performance by Judi Dench is better than the one that Meryl Streep gives in The Post. To be honest, I would have nominated her. I think she's better than Jessica Chastain in Molly's Game, which I will review maybe in the future. So I mean, Judi Dench is such an amazing performer. I mean, I have to say that first and foremost, she's just an amazing actress, and she's older than Victoria was when she died, when she made this movie, so that's quite impressive. I mean, she's really coming strong, and she has done so many amazing performances. So I mean, Judi Dench is phenomenal in this, of course. The costume design is great, production design is beautiful. They replicate this Indian room in her house, and it's beautiful. The cinematography actually is quite simple, but it's quite beautiful too, with all the colors from India and like the dreariness and like grays of England, and it's very well done. It's a really good period piece, a good film to just watch and learn a little bit about history, to be honest, about a story basically that was forgotten by people. I mean, people, I think, kind of knew she had a servant from India who was a Muslim at the time, but you didn't really know a lot about their relationship and how intimate it was and how close they were to one another. And they were really, really close. I mean, they discovered some letters. I mean, you will see the movie and you'll say, I mean, you hear a lot about their correspondence and things that they exchanged, but in reality, they found some letters and I think some pictures of them, and that was like a testament of how close they were and how unique of a relationship they had, especially for the time where all people were very racist and people, you know, they were colonizers. I mean, and colonizers didn't really treat well the ones that they colonized. So, I mean, and not at the time, of course, at the end of the 19th century. So it's an interesting story from all sides, and I think it's a beautiful film. It's just gorgeous. The performance by Judi Dench again is amazing. Ali Fazal is actually very good as Abdul. I mean, he could have been better. I mean, you see that he's not like a super actor like Judi Dench. I mean, she's freaking Judi Dench. So, and you have other actors that are also very experienced, like Eddie Izzard, for example, who plays the son of the Queen. So, you know, you have so many people around, but it's an interesting movie. It has a lot of things going on for it, and I hope it wins the 2 Academy Awards it's nominated. Although makeup, I don't think it's going to win that because Star Wars has that, but maybe costume design, because costume design is always like, oh yeah, you, whatever. They don't, not really the big movies win ever that award. It's very rare. So yeah, it's going to be interesting next Sunday, which is the Oscars. So I hope you follow me on Twitter for that, because I will be writing down a lot on that night, and of course I'm going to do my predictions in Spanish Saturday's video. So please watch that if you even know Spanish. I will try to sub that video, but I'm not sure. So yeah, whatever. I'm going to try. Thank you so much for watching this review. Please like this video or dislike it if you want. Please comment down below if you have seen this movie, what do you think about it. Please share it on social media, and of course subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Goodbye.